Hi, Gary here. Remember back in the early 2000s up through 2007, there were people buying homes for 60% of their income, and these homes were way too large for them. You know, the question of do I have enough didn't enter in, and we really failed a lot of these folks by allowing them to buy homes that ultimately, when the financial crisis hit, they lost through foreclosure or otherwise, because there just wasn't enough cash flow to live in these big homes, and they should never have been allowed to buy them to begin with. Now that's just a point of how it can get out of control relative to what we do going forward with many things in our life. For instance, buying a car, buying a first home, funding for college education, funding for retirement, funding for a continuing care retirement facility. All of these things bring up a lot of questions of, do I have enough? Now, do I have enough is financial and non-financial. What's the financial side? Well, it comes down to cash flow, balance sheet, and taxes, and running a projection, and seeing, in fact, if you make this particular purchase, how does it affect those things, especially cash flow, like those poor folks years ago. Can you actually make it happen? But also, it's wants and needs. So when you go to buy your first car, is it a brand new car or is it a used car? You can save $10,000 to $15,000 there. Go to buy your first house. Is it a starter home or is it a bigger home? Again, it comes with more cost. College education. I'll hear arguments by people saying, I don't want to fully fund it. I want my kids to feel a little bit of pain. I want them to take on a loan, or I want to make sure they have to work during college. This is just not all financial. Retirement, second homes. Can you afford a second home in retirement or not? Sometimes you may say, gee, I'm just going to rent for a couple of months versus owning. And it really depends on this wants versus needs, and getting down to the hard facts of cash flow, balance sheet, and taxes. So, this is, do I have enough? A lot of times I would say that's the number one question if I pick up the phone today that a client or a prospect or someone out there will call me about, because they're really trying to noodle through these two aspects of it, and they kind of need someone to help them think through all of that very carefully so they don't make that mistake. And this really goes right into our second opinion service. We have this service because of things like this, because it's both financial, lots of work to done there in projections, and non-financial. Have you thought about doing this way or that? Because sometimes we get stuck in our old ways of doing things, or what we thought we were supposed to do, or what the world tells us we're supposed to do, or whatever it happens to be. And we can certainly help people out, or go to your trusted advisor to help you walk through all of those things if you have enough. So until next time, enjoy.